But yesterday, we as Jet fans experienced, I think, the most pathetic loss maybe of our lifetime. And a guy to react to it joins us every Monday after a Jet game. Lately, it's been all losses. It is the Joe Benigno Football Monday call-in, and it's brought to you by Empire City Casino. Winners play here. By Approved Oil. Lock in your low oil rate at freezerate.com. And by HL Gross Jewelers of Garden City. Bro, that was as disgraceful a performance as I've seen as a fan. What say you?
Well, being a fan of this team for 60 years, I'd have to sit down and really research how many pathetic losses.
Research.
There's been so damn many of them. I mean, I don't think we have time, but that was pretty bad yesterday. I mean, what else can you say? I mean, to lose this game the way they lost yesterday. I want to start with this because it can't be overstated. And I understand the team played like crap, and I understand the delay game penalties. I understand the terrible defense. Sauce Gardner, I'm going to call him Ahmed from now on because he's the most overrated corner in football, and I would not pay him $30 million a year by any stretch of the imagination. But with that said, he's actually got more drop picks than he has picks in his career. But that's okay. Okay, and shake your booty, beat him on the biggest play of the game yesterday. I mean, whoever the hell he is, and also a game where the Patriots tried like hell to lose. They dropped like 8-9 passes in the game. In the first Jet touchdown drive, there were 2 pass interference calls that really set the touchdown up. So I mean, it wasn't exactly like they played great yesterday, but. Let's get back to this, okay? This kicker is killing us, okay? How this guy was allowed to come back and kick for this game is beyond my imagination. You want to say he's cost us 2 games? Because I think he's really cost us 3. But if he made kicks this year like he was making last year, we're at least looking at a 500 team right now. It's mind-boggling. What happened to this guy? He's killing him.
Here's the thing, Joe. Are you angry about this or are you resigned about this? Because Evan was angry about it, obviously, when we started our show 2 hours ago. But now it's like, what can you do other than be resigned and accept that this little experiment is not working?
Well, I'll tell you right now, this is great. I'm disgusted. I've been through the wars for too many years with this franchise. I've been beaten up. They'll always be my team. But, I know that, thank God, as I say this all the time, Teak, I saw the one Super Bowl because I know I'm never seeing another one.
Right.
All right? Evan might see one. You guys will be maybe alive to see another one. I'm resigned that I never am. Right now, to me, this calls for complete desperation. And this may be insane and maybe unprecedented. But obviously, Jeff Ulbrich cannot be the head coach of this team. I mean, you're going to tell me he's going to coach the team for 9 more games?
He got put in a terrible
I'm not
situation.
knocking him. No, you're right, Teak. I mean, look, the guy woke up Monday. They came back from London, and basically Woody said, you're the coach. I mean, I get that.
I know.
All right? And he's coaching the team, and he's the defensive coordinator, and it's basically an impossibility for him.
Right, it's hurting both. It's hurting both roles.
So what do you want to do? You want to fire him and try a third guy?
No, what I would do, this is insane. I'm telling you, it's insane, but I would do this. Bro, desperate times call for desperate measures, okay?
Made Hackett the head coach?
No. I would get Rex Ryan right now.
Yeah, but Joe,
wait a minute.
You know how hard that is?
Why not? But Teak, where are we going? Are we going to be 4 and 13?
Well, here's
what
the
the hell's the difference?
So
he wants the job. Bring him in. Let Ulbrich be back to the D coordinator, and let's see what happens. It can't be any worse. That's my point.
You're right, but I think it's just so hard to, in the middle of a season.
I get it.
Bring in a coach who is not in the building, and most of the team doesn't know.
Okay.
And look, would it be unprecedented? Of course.
Yes,
but I mean,
of course.
The Jets do unprecedented things all the time.
That's right.
Maybe it actually would work. But I just think, let's look what's left of the season. You have to get to 9. Probably 10 wins. So you have 9 games left. You got to win 7 or 6 more. No, 7 or
no. You got to go
or 8 more games.
Right.
Which is just hard. It's a grind that they have to be on. So the question is, how do you do that? How do you most effectively do that? That's the challenge with this team right now. Is that there's not an easy answer on how to do that simple. Not simple because it's complicated. It's hard to win in the NFL. But how do you do that?
Well, I think that's a start because I don't think you can do it the way it is now. I just don't think you can. I mean, they don't really have a head coach here at this point in time. And again, I'm not gonna kill Ulbrich for it. And look, I wasn't against them firing Salah. I mean, it's turned out to be a major mistake. I mean, let's be real. I mean, he should have either fired Salah after the year last year or, waited it out and just, if it really went to where, get rid of him at the end of the year. That's right. What they should have done. Do the Fossil thing. Right.
Remember in 2003, Fossils last year?
Right. That's
he's not coming back, but you need somebody to coach the team.
Right. So Woody's made a lot of big mistakes here. And that's been, we've had, in all due respect, I know Leon Hess was a tremendous man. He was great dealing with the oil barons in the Middle East. He did a great job with that, okay? They could probably use him doing that now, but I don't want to get into all of that. But, as far as him being an owner, he wasn't very good. Same thing with Woody. I mean, Woody might have been a great ambassador to the UK or whatever he is, but he's a terrible, terrible owner.
And what I think is awful about this decision, and it's not like I was the biggest Robert Saleh fan.
No, of course.
You wanted. It was more, this never works. Like just watching the history of football, firing a coach in the middle of the year never works.
Right.
But I think what's made this worse is that I think GMs and coaches around the league are laughing at the Jets.
Of course.
Bill Belichick takes shots at Woody
all the time.
Every freaking week. And it leads me to wonder that when this mess of a season is over, who's going to want to work for him?
Yeah, Rex.
I mean, but that tells you something. I love Rex.
How long has it been?
Since, how? Let me say this though, Dick. For me, how long was the time?
Yeah, no, you're right. It's a good one. It's a good one.
It's not how long it's been for Rex, and I loved Rex. You and we defended.
I love him.
I loved him.
And he wants the job. You know what it is?
I know he does.
He wants the job.
But that doesn't mean it would work.
Okay, but can it get worse?
But I think what Joe is saying is that this isn't working either.
Okay. For this season.
How much worse could it be,
Joe, for this season, they can make you the head coach. I'm in favor of whatever because this season's a lost cause. But
I'm no head coach.
Rehiring Rex is like marrying your ex-wife. It ended badly with Rex. I love him. I really do.
That works for some people, though.
Does it?
Yeah, I've seen that happen before.
Not often. I mean, I will say that. I mean, it's not often, Teak. I guess
it isn't at all.
I mean,
really.
J-Lo got back with Affleck, and I think that's all. Isn't that over now, too?
Yes.
I think it is, right?
It lasted 6 months.
Yes. It never works. And Rex wants the job. Of course he wants the job. He's desperate to be a head coach, and no one's giving him that opportunity.
Right. But you know what?
For whatever reason.
But here's the deal, bro. Yeah. It's worth a shot. We can't be any worse than we are. Look. I mean, like Tiki said it, we're the laughing stock of the NFL. We're a laughing stock. Belichick, everybody's laughing at us. Belichick's laughing at us. Everybody's laughing at us. So what the hell? We've been a circus anyway this year. Let's continue to, send in the clowns. I mean, why not?
Would you? So the trade deadline
sounds crazy, but
no. And look, the one thing I can't argue with is that I think we're screwed. I think we're dead.
Right.
So if the idea is, hey, we're dead anyway, let's try something crazy like Rex being the head coach or Francesa being the head coach or Morash being the head coach, whatever. We're screwed anyway. I get that.
I'm taking Morash over Mike. I'll tell you that. Morash every day over Mike, Sean, every day.
I could call a better offense for sure.
No question about it.
But in terms of this team, would you try to trade everyone at the deadline?
No.
How would you approach
this? No, I wouldn't do that.
No.
Why am I going to trade everybody at the deadline? I'm not doing that. We do, but I mean, what's the point of that? We still got some players here. I mean, I'm going to start dumping everybody because who knows what next year is going to be? Who knows, if there's a whole new regime in here next year that things don't change dramatically. I mean, I think Rodgers is going to come back for another year, and which I hope. And the only reason
hold on, Joe, do you want that?
I'll tell you why I want it, Teak. Because they got to draft. They're probably going to have a high draft choice.
Yeah.
They got to draft a young quarterback. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
And let me have that kid, work for a year behind Rodgers.
Right.
That's the reason I would want him back.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Because you're not. If everything goes to crap and you get rid of the staff and the marginal players and etc., you're rebuilding.
Right.
And so you're going to need a quarterback. The question is if Aaron Rodgers is going to want to do that.
Well, we don't know.
Well,
because the karma,
it doesn't matter. You know what? It doesn't matter, Joe, because if he doesn't and he retires and says I'm out, you have Tyrod Taylor. So
yeah, and you
I'm
still right, which is true. No, he's right. No, Tiki's right, and you still got to draft a young quarterback, which you have to do. I mean, they have to do it.
I don't know if you wonder this with Aaron Rodgers, and maybe I'm just starting to turn on him because I've seen enough mercenaries come to my teams over the last couple of years, and it all ends badly. I'm starting to wonder if he gives a crap. I really am. Like, do you wonder that about Aaron Rodgers at all?
Well, I don't think he's. You see, here's the thing. I don't think he's been that bad. I mean, I think he played terrible. Look, was he the guy from 5 years ago? No. But, I mean, with the game on the line, he drove him down the field to take the lead with 2 minutes to go. I mean, and in defense just, wanted the bed after that. So I don't think he's as bad as it seems to be right now.
No,
I will say
he's
that.
He's not bad, Joe. That's not the issue. What the issue is he's not great.
No, so he's not the guy he was.
He's not at that level where he's a difference maker.
Right.
From first snap to last snap.
Right.
I mean, he does make plays. You can't take that away from him. There's some things that are just beautiful. It's like, wow, that's a hell of a throw. But it happens 4 or 5 times a game, not 25 times.
Well, it would help, and they ran a little better yesterday. But it would help if they had a better running game because they don't have a good running game. I mean, can we
not
get a yard?
Enough. Yeah,
can
not
we get a yard?
Enough.
4th and 1. Instead of having to kick a field goal there, can we maybe get the first down and try to score a touchdown there? Even on the first drive of the game, why didn't they go for it on the 43-yard line there instead of trying to draw them offside? Then they take another delay game and they punt.
Yeah,
I would have went for it right there.
And he looked disgusted. Aaron was disgusted with that.
Right.
Look, I think that's a part of the problem. Like, I think that you've got a quarterback that's okay. You've got a running game that is completely underachieved. You have an offensive line that's shaky at best and not being nice.
The kid should be playing, by the way. The first-round pick should be playing.
Olu-Fashanu?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why not?
Because at this point, like, Tyron Smith is a waste. Like,
he's a statue.
What's the point? He's also got 1 year left on the deal. He's not going to be on the team next year. So you may as well find out what you have in Olu-Fashanu.
No doubt. And how about Vera Tucker getting hurt again like he does every year, by the way? I mean, I don't know how serious this one is, but he didn't play yesterday.
I mean, it doesn't even matter. It's just terrible because he had so much potential.
He does. And how about the fact that this quarterback and this offense uses timeouts the way they did in the first quarter of yesterday's game? Like they are.
It was delay of games.
And a delay of game on the 2-point conversion,
that was a killer.
What the hell was that?
I know. And then they still went for the 2, which I was kind of surprised about, to be honest.
Yeah, you know why? Because the kicker stinks.
Oh, my God.
Why is the kicker still on the team when they got rid of the head coach? They changed the offensive coordinator. They made all these considerable changes, and yet the kicker, who's clearly just a bad reliever, he's Adam Ottavino from a good year to a bad year. That's all these kickers are. Why is he still here?
Yeah. I mean, and now they got a short week. I mean, you're going to dump this guy? They're going to let him kick again? There's got to be somebody out there.
They have a kid on the practice squad, correct?
Oh, do they?
I guess they could elevate whoever they have on their practice squad.
I mean, it can't be any worse at this point. I mean, this guy's shot. I mean, to me, Zerline. I mean, the 2 kicks he missed yesterday. The extra point wasn't even close. The field goal wasn't even close. Not even close.
And like you said, it's the difference in the game, and they've had a few games like that where it'd be the difference.
Bro, if he made the kicks this year, if he made the kick against Denver, okay, and everybody said 50 yards in the rain, I don't want to hear it. He would have made that in his sleep last year. If he would have made the one against Denver, if he makes 2 against Buffalo, if he makes what he had to make yesterday, they're 5-3. I mean, as bad as they are, you're looking at at least a 4-4 team, at least.
Do you have any hope? Thursday night, short week.
I have no hope. I have no hope. If you're asking me, how could I have hope? They're playing a 6-2 team. I know they're banged up. I know the receivers are hurt for them and all of that.
Yeah, they are. Nico Collins is out on IR. Stephon Diggs is now out. I mean, I just did their game, and and they didn't look great against a struggling Indy team. So
the Jets
it's a division game.
Yeah.
No, I think I think they're getting a point now, Sean.
Oh, it switched? Okay, this morning.
Yeah, I think they're one. I mean, how could it only be a point? Like, even when they were 7-point favorites against New England, I'm saying, how could this team be a 7-point favorite in this game?
Because they're waiting, maybe overweighting the Aaron Rodgers effect.
I guess.
That's what it comes down to. I think ultimately it's always about the quarterback. If you have a quarterback that's competent, you're going to get some points, even if you don't deserve them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look. The worst part is we got 9 more games to go.
That's the thing.
We got more than half the year to go, team.
Well, the thing is, Joe, if you lose 1 more, maybe 2 more, there really is no reason to watch because the expectation is shot.
Well,
I'm talking about for your expectation.
Right.
Like, you're not making the playoffs.
Yeah. No.
You're not making the playoffs.
No.
All the vets that were brought here to win now. Like, what's the point? So it gets really ugly if you lose one, maybe two more games.
And let's be honest with this, too, Teak. The defense is not the same. I mean, the John Franklin Myers move is backfired on him. The Bryce Huff move is backfired.
Right, because of depth. More than anything, it was depth.
Right, and C.J. Mosley's done. I think he's finished. I think that
got hurt again last week.
He got hurt again. You know, he's up there. He's been around a long time. I think he's shot. I mean, the defense is nowhere near what it was. Jermaine Johnson's out for the year. Quinton Williams actually played well. I thought he played his best game yesterday. About time.
Yeah, he did. He finally got some penetration. It was making some difference.
Ultimately, there's so many things that causes bad teams to lose, and right now they're a bad team. But how about the fact that Aaron Rodgers gets off the field, they're up by 5. All you need is the defense to not let Jacoby Brissett
of course.
and that crappy offense to go 70 yards and march down the field.
Yeah.
And the defense couldn't do it.
Well, I mean, the defense isn't that good, bro. It's just not.
Yeah.
Now, you want to tell me maybe it'd be better if Stahler was still the head coach and Ulbrich was just concentrating on defense?
I don't
maybe,
think so.
I don't know.
Because, look, Joe, Ulbrich is still calling the defenses. And on that first third down that Evan was talking about where he runs for
14 yards.
14 yards or so.
Yeah.
They bring pressure from the backside. But there's nobody else because they're playing man coverage on the front side. Once they create a hole, there's nobody to stop them.
Yeah.
And so you just assume that Jacoby Brissett's not going to run. But if you give him, 30 yards with nobody in the space, he's going to run.
Yeah.
And then on the other third down, Sauce Gardner was turning around like a top.
Oh my God. And like I said, they dropped so many passes to Patch. He even dropped the pick.
They dropped the pick, exactly.
He dropped the pick as well,
Did it – because for me, it was just pathetic losing to a bad team. That's how it felt. Like, there's a team on your schedule.
But we're a bad team.
I know we are. I guess I was naive to not assume that. But did it add any extra pain losing to the Patriots, or does it not even matter?
You know what? It's just at this point in time, I mean, it's not the same. It's not the same New England team. I know Kraft is still up there, but, it's just not the same anymore. So I'm not going to – they stink. They're right there with the dregs of the league right now. They're right down there with the Titans and the Panthers and, teams like that. I mean, the Saints who stink. I mean, this is where they are. I hate to say it, Sean, but the Giants, I mean, this is where we are.
Don't hate to say it. We stink, Joe.
Right. Right. I mean, so this is where we are right now. We're one of the worst teams in the NFL. I mean, there's no sugarcoating. The only good thing in the sports world anyway yesterday that happened was Miami blowing that game to the Cardinals.
Oh, that was great.
Right.
I enjoyed that too, by the way. He's right.
I mean that was pretty good watching that happen.
That was the one thing. And I enjoyed the Commander victory over the Bears. I thought that was
pretty
badass.
Good. Right.
I have no
turned out
issue.
to be a good game. I thought it was going to be ugly to begin with.
Yeah.
What game? Teak, what game did you do? The Colt game?
I had the Colts and the Texans. Which it was
not
close.
A bad game. It's a good game.
It was a close game, but it was ugly for moments.
Right.
But it was entertaining. It was a good game to call because some good things happened in it.
Right.
But you're right. Seeing Miami blow that game to Arizona was like a nice little, all right, we'll give you something on this football Sunday.
And so now 9 weeks into the season, the Buffalo Bills have a 4-game lead.
Oh, it's over.
It's over.
And they're killing
9
everybody.
games in.
Yep. They're killing everybody. They killed Seattle yesterday. But the best team in the league to me now is the Detroit Lions. I mean, to me, they're the best team in the league. I mean, their offense
they might
is
score
unbelievable.
70 points in one of these games.
They might. And I know, look, the Chiefs are undefeated. But the Chiefs are doing
flawed.
it.
They're a little bit
doing
flawed.
it with defense.
Right.
The quarterback is still great. There's no doubt about it. But right now to Detroit. And how about the Ravens losing to Cleveland yesterday? I know it's a division game, but that was a shocker.
No,
too.
you know what it was? It was Jameis, man.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Jameis Winston been waiting forever for his next chance.
Yep.
I know he said I know he quoted the Eminem lyrics. You only get one shot. It's like Jameis. This is like your 4th shot.
Right.
That's a good point.
Right. Hey,
Joe,
NFL quarterbacks. One thing that we've learned over the years is sometimes these guys take a long time to develop. I mean, you never know.
Yeah.
There's a lot of guys who went to. I mean, you look at Geno, you look at Darnold, you look at Baker Mayfield, just guys that are playing now.
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes a while for these guys, and to get into the right situation and to mature enough to turn out to be decent quarterbacks.
And by the way, I think that's the biggest part. Those last things you said, get in the right situation and mature. Because the game I called with Anthony Richardson, he's just not mature yet as a quarterback.
Right. They're probably better off with Flacco right now.
They would if they want to win, but I think they want to develop him.
Yeah,
So,
short term they're better off with Flacco.
Steichen just said he won't commit.
They're not.
He said he won't commit?
About 10 minutes ago.
Oh, that's amazing. Then that means Joe Flacco's going to play because the statistics are ridiculous.
I think the reason he's not going to commit is because Anthony Richardson admitted he took himself out of the game and said he was tired.
Yeah.
Can you imagine
did he say that? I didn't hear that. Is that right?
Yeah.
Joe, we're calling this game, and Anthony Richardson comes out of the game. We're like, wait, when did he get hurt?
He's tired.
Right.
I didn't see what happened. And he just tapped himself out.
And he admitted it. He said it after the game. Yeah, I went to coach. I told him I was tired. I'm done.
Now,
what the heck is that?
That's going to be us to Hurley at the end of the week.
You beat up, or Hurley's beating you? I got to ask you.
5.5 hour shows, Joe. 5.5 hour shows.
I got no sympathy. Evan hold on. Wait. Evan and I, all the years of the Summer of Loves with doing Mike's show when we were on there eternally.
Oh, yes, that's right.
So we know it well, bro. Believe me.
Yes.
We're well versed in that.
Every summer, baby.
Right. Yep. Sean, I got to ask you, how do you feel, bro, tonight? Where are you with your baseball team?
I think the Yankees are going to win the next 3 games.
You do? Okay.
I do. Now, does that mean they win 2 or 1 of 2 in L.A.? I don't know, but I think this is going back 3-2. I like the matchups the next 3 days.
So shades of 0-1 with Arizona.
Yeah. I can see that
Arizona
happening.
won the first 2. Yankees
I
win
can
the
see it
next
happening.
3. We all know what happened.
It's hard for me to believe that Game 1 won't come back to kill the Yankees, though.
Is the Golden Boy playing for the Dodgers tonight or no?
He is in the lineup leading off, yes.
He is.
He is. Shohei
I mean, it's his left shoulder, so it shouldn't be a factor. You know this, Joe, from golf. You jack up your back shoulder, it doesn't really affect you.
No, you're right about that. Yeah. No, you're 100% right about that.
Joe,
I'm trying to play as much as I can, by the way. How about the weather?
Enjoy
Can I
it,
just
man.
say
This weather's been great. I think
God.
Halloween is supposed to be 80
degrees. Are you going? Yeah, 80 degrees. Yeah. Are you going to the disaster Thursday night, Ev?
No, I got to go back with my kids and trick or treat. That's the one night my wife said you ain't going out is Halloween night, so I will not be there Thursday.
Well, there'll be a lot of Jet fans there wearing their empty seat costumes.
Sure they will.
Be a lot of
Thank you,
that.
Joe. We appreciate it, man.